They have a type of timeless beauty to them. And the reason why they have a timeless beauty to them is because they looked at their beauty, their health rituals, and their bodies. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me every time you like any video that you like, when you leave me your comments, and when you follow me on my other social media handles. That being said, if you are new here, join the Femininity revolution by hitting the red subscribe button down below. And if you feel so up to it, you can leave me a comment letting me know that you are here. My name is Cynthia. I am a former Miss Canada and I am a millennial homemaker. So you can expect that on this channel we are going to talk about homemaking, but we are also going to talk about femininity and the surrounding topics. I believe in living an elegant life, and closely attached to elegance is sophistication. If you have been a long-time subscriber to the channel, you know that I did make a video introducing the concept of sophistication and talking to you about why I enjoy this term. So if you have not watched this video, I am going to link it above as well as down below. You can go see it now, or you can watch it after I talk about the things we're going to talk about today. When I think about the way that I want people to remember me, apart from my more deeper character traits, I would hope that they would classify me as sophisticated. So I've been doing a lot of pondering over the past couple of days about the 5 things that all sophisticated women must do. What are the qualities of a sophisticated woman? Where should she direct her energy? There is of course a plethora of other things that I could add to this video, so if there are a few points that you think I missed or you wanted to add to the conversation, as always, leave me a comment down below. I like to be very active in the comments section because I know it takes a lot of effort for somebody to get out of their shell and post a comment. So just know that if you post a comment, it does not go unnoticed. All right, so let's get into the first thing that I believe all sophisticated women must do, and that is practice body discretion. I wanted to give it more of a global term rather than saying modesty, because I want everybody to approach this concept as balance. I want you to look at valuing your body in a balanced way. Sophisticated women understand their body shape and what looks best on them. And instead of overemphasizing these body parts by flaunting them, they have a kind of understated discretion that causes for these body parts to be accentuated, but not so much in your face like we see in mainstream society. You do not have to advertise your best features to the world in order to celebrate them. Let me give you an example of my body for reference. I have a kind of like natural Kylie Jenner type of body, but many people would not necessarily know that because I know how to dress my body shape. That being said, I don't wear things that hide my bottom half. I celebrate the way in which God made me, but I don't feel the need to parade out in front of everybody the way in which I have been made. That's why I gravitate towards high-waisted skirts as well as those kind of 1950s style dresses. That's another little tangent that I want to introduce to you. If you find that there's a particular decade where the fashions were accustomed to your body shape, try to explore those old-fashioned styles and how you can incorporate them into your wardrobe today. Sophisticated women also kind of create their own dress codes. Now bear with me, don't freak out when I say that. I am not saying that you should not dress black tie if you're going to a black tie. What I am telling you is that they have a sense of confidence where they feel as though they can wear whatever they want. That means that just because everybody at your grocery store likes to wear leggings and yoga pants, you as a sophisticated woman can celebrate that you like to get a little bit more dressed up. The sophisticated woman is timeless, and in today's modern culture, everybody is overly casual. That means that the sophisticated woman doesn't feel a pressure to necessarily conform to today's standards. She has identified her personal style, she has adopted it, and she is staying true to it. A small point I also want to bring up concerning dress is she understands the importance of details. That means accessories, bags, purses, all of those little things that are perhaps going going to add more of a feminine touch, but are also going to portray your personality. The sophisticated woman understands that her uniqueness and her personal branding is very much a reflection of her personality. So you are going to see her personality even down to the things that she wears. The second thing all sophisticated women must do is live with the end in mind. You are playing the end game. You are not going for short-term gratification. We live in a society where everybody is trying to rush to get to the next best thing. They're trying to be the most productive. They're engaging in hustle and boss babe culture. But the sophisticated woman understands that life is not a race, life is a marathon. She is also hyper-focused on her own goals. The sophisticated woman understands that life is not about gimmicks. I have even recognized this on my channel when I put a clickbaity title, when I talk about instantly, when I talk about right now. Those are the types of videos that get the most views, and I am grateful to the algorithm for promoting them, but I do think there is an element of the fact that people are attracted to these kinds of videos because they are alluding to things that can be accomplished in the short term. The sophisticated woman understands that everything worthwhile in this lifetime takes a degree of effort that must be sustained over long periods of time. The third thing that all sophisticated women must do is engage in a degree of fearlessness. You understand what I'm saying. Being a fearless woman, this is especially important for Christian women who strive to be parallel to the Proverbs 31 woman. We see examples of fearlessness in this passage as well as through our Blessed Mother Mary. I always get comments when I address this from a Christian perspective. It's not leaving out everybody else who has a different religion. I am just presenting to you what I am familiar with, and I always welcome for you to leave your comments down below about what you believe in. Anyway, moving forward, this is not necessarily a point that you would think about when you initially picture sophistication, yet it is perhaps one of the most important elements. Being a fearless woman, of course, means you have an element of resilience. And to be a resilient woman, you have to not be afraid of failure. The sophisticated woman has a type of continuous energy where she understands that life is not perfect. Failing is a part of the process that is going to grow her as a person, and she is able to pick herself back up. A way that I overcame my anxiety concerning fear is I always ask myself the question, what is the worst that could happen? If you continue to follow every single situation through that lens, you will find out that the worst that can happen is usually not a scenario where you cannot rebuild from. Being a fearless woman also entails understanding how to set boundaries. I have had requests for this video, and maybe I will address it in a Q&A, or I will just have to make a video about it. Setting boundaries is a little bit tricky, but I want to simplify it by telling you that you just need like a 3-step formula. You need to state what you believe, you need to state that you respect what another person believes, and then you need to tell them the condition by which the relationship will continue so long as they abide to. These conditions could include, for example, bringing up a certain subject in the presence of other people, bringing that subject up entirely, or doing a particular thing that will cause for them to disintegrate the relationship between both of you. Now, another part of fearlessness is putting yourself out there. And to put yourself out there and to form relationships with other people, you are going to want to have a good basis in etiquette, in social etiquette, how to maintain a conversation, and those are things that I have already talked about on my channel, so I would recommend that you go through my Femininity playlist. The sophisticated woman knows how to be versatile and how to confidently project her energy in a variety of social situations. These could be ranging from the most casual to the most formal, and you're going to want to know how to tailor your etiquette to those particular situations. Another thing is you're going to want to be able to use the tools of charm and femininity depending on the crowd that you are engaging with. You're not going to use charm to the same degree in your professional setting as you are going to in your most intimate relationships. Now, I laid the groundwork talking about versatility because it's going to lead me into my next topic, which deals with flexibility. You're going to want to implement an element of privacy as a sophisticated woman. You're not going to want to divulge certain things in the wrong situation. You're going to want to at least keep personal matters as private as possible, but you're also going to need to be the type of person that is able to read other people and understand when it is appropriate to bring up certain topics of discussion. Now, my husband and I wouldn't have what we have if we hadn't applied talking about money, for example, in a public sense with certain people. Now, we don't talk about what we have to everybody because it's inappropriate and other people might see it as kind of showy. But if you are in a circle of other investors, for example, it is absolutely appropriate to bring up those more touchy subjects because those are business and networking opportunities. I encourage you to pick up a psychology book to understand how the minds of many different people work. And when I say that, it sounds a little bit creepy, but it is really a tool that is going to help you better your relationships, and it's going to cause less conflict in your life. You have to understand when it's inappropriate to show yourself in certain ways. Another example is on Instagram. There are certain posts that are obviously attention-seeking posts, and I have had to really ask myself these questions on a regular basis before posting things. Am I doing it for the purpose of gathering attention or flaunting myself? Or do I have a deeper meaning? If you are the type of woman who is always kind of seeking attention and validation from our world, you will find that after a while, the importance of what you are saying might be a little bit understated. You want to be the type of woman that when she opens her mouth, people truly listen to you. And that comes with a level of responsibility in analyzing your actions. In association with that, it kind of reminds me about what I've been focusing on in terms of my Bible studying, which deals with being a humble person. How can we humble ourselves to the degree that we are teachable? We all have gifts and talents that we should share with the world, but we can't let it bring us on our high horse, so to speak. We have to analyze if we have a teachable spirit, if we are able to admit when we are wrong, and if we are able to analyze our actions and present them in a better way tomorrow. That's why I kind of view this femininity revolution as a reciprocal relationship, because although I have a lot of experience through pageants as well as modeling and speaking and relationships to a certain degree, because I've been married young and had to learn a lot of things myself, I still want to always have a teachable spirit. I am not a perfect person, and I think that it is important if you want to be a sophisticated woman to understand your weak points and how you can grow. And the last thing that all sophisticated women must do is understand that their mental as well as their physical health is their best asset. And what I mean by that is basically just rejecting superficial culture when it comes to beauty standards as well as body standards. Now, let me explain a little bit what I am talking about behind this point. I have found that when I focus solely on perhaps doing my makeup perfectly or the way in which the magazines tell me to present myself, I lose focus of health. But when I am focusing on health and I am trying to reorient my life with healthy habits in terms of what I'm eating and how I'm exercising, I have a different glow. This goes back to my topic about gimmicks. The sophisticated woman understands that gimmicks basically are completely fallible, and health is your best long-term asset. Also going back to the concept of living life for the long term. We are living for the end in mind as sophisticated women. Now, of course, indulging in beauty rituals is okay, but your foundation has to be built upon health. Honestly, when I think about many sophisticated women, I picture them in their older age. And the reason why I picture them in their older age is because they have been living the long-term health gain. They don't look overly plasticed up. They have a type of timeless beauty to them. And the reason why they have a timeless beauty to them is because they looked at their beauty, their health rituals, and their bodies through what is going to help them in the longevity of their life. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button to let me know. Leave me a comment down below. I look forward to our next video. I appreciate and I'm sending you so much love, lovely feminine women. Bye-bye.